that I had outside of the body tingling that I mentioned, and this is going to be a little TMI, but we're here now. You love me, I love you. We're all in this together. And these are some of the side effects that nobody, and I do mean nobody, ever talked to me about. Prior to me starting chemo, I had looked at like a bunch of different YouTube videos, TikToks, trying to prepare myself, and nobody talked about any of these symptoms. Number one, if you are a woman, I can't speak to if you're a man. You might want to run this by your doctor. Yeast infections. You will get them. Ask your doctor for Nystatin, Nystatin. That is going to save your life. Also, I was using, and I got it off of Amazon, Dr. Roberts Feminine Wash. Also saved my life. And it was constant. It would be like every time I would do a chemo session, 2-3 days later, boom, you got a yeast infection. And I'm pretty sure the reason that nobody talks about it is because it is embarrassing. Another embarrassing side effect of chemo, it doesn't matter how much water you drink or don't drink, it's coming for you. Just accept your fate. Be close to the bathroom. That's the best advice that I can give. Invest in, it's a medication that I also got off of Amazon, and you don't even have to get it off Amazon. I think you can get it anywhere. Loperamide. Okay. Loperamide. That's an anti-diarrheal medication. If that's a symptom that you're having, invest in that. My oncology nurse, Miss Renee, that girl gave me the best advice ever. Keep a little basket, if you will, by your bedside or by your couch, wherever you're going to be sitting at once you're done with chemo. Heartburn will be constant. Once again, it doesn't matter what you eat or how often you eat. It's just your body's way of reacting to everything that it's been through thus far. Ginger chews, that helps with nausea. Ask your doctor for some Zofran. Zofran will be your friend to the end. I still use Zofran now. The antidiarrheal medication that I mentioned, water, lots of water. If you're not a water drinker, if you get diagnosed with cancer and you have to do chemo, I highly suggest that you become a water drinker. Even if you don't like the taste of water, add a couple, like a little fruit to your water, whether it's lemon, strawberry, well, not so much lemon, mainly strawberries. Just because your body's going to constantly be flushing those toxins out of your body and you have to stay hydrated. I kept peppermints on me at all times, hand sanitizer at all times. I used flushable wipes. I also used these things that I got on Amazon. They're called scrubs. There were times during, not just with chemo, but with the whole journey itself, there were times where I didn't have the energy to take a shower, or I could not take a shower because, like, when I had the port placed, I wasn't able to take a shower that day. Scrubs, it comes in like a blue bag. They look like really thick paper towels. It's soap, shampoo, whatever you need, all in that paper towel. You just wet it, wash your body, and you really don't have to rinse. It doesn't have sticky residue on it. So if you're ever in a situation where you don't feel like you have the energy to get up and wash yourself, those are always available to you. They're not that expensive. I think they were like $10, and that's even including inflation. The neuropathy gloves came in handy. The neuropathy gloves, so when you're doing chemo, like I mentioned, your joints will hurt. Sometimes you may lose a fingernail or two. The neuropathy gloves are for the hands and the feet, and they are meant to keep your nails from overheating, but it's also meant to keep your joints from being affected by the chemo. I was not able to use my neuropathy gloves during chemo. I was only able to use them when I got home because my cancer center did not have a community freezer for me to use. So like we would bring it in a bag, and then by the time my chemo started, because we had to do the labs, meet the doctor, it was already warm. So that was a wash. Sleep was my best friend during chemo, but it was also like a long lost friend. If you find yourself struggling to fall asleep at any point in time during your journey, please ask your doctor, and don't be afraid to take the sleep meds. They go a long way. They will help you because your body needs rest to recharge and to heal. And you cannot heal if you're sitting up watching TV or scrolling on TikTok all day. Another thing that's important while you're doing chemo is to have a really good support system. I know a lot of people talk about why I went public telling people that I had breast cancer. The main reason for that was, one, I wanted to make it aware that people in my age group do get breast cancer, because they always talk about how it's women in their 40s, and that's not true. I also told people so that I can have that support with me. I am forever thankful and grateful for my friends. Each and every one of them did like something different. They couldn't sit with me during chemo. They would sit with me when I got home. I had a homeboy that would offer to like clean my apartment on his off days. I had friends that would come over if I couldn't go to sleep. I had friends that offered to cook. I even had friends offering to take me to the emergency room as needed if I started having an episode or anything like that. Not that I didn't depend on my parents, but I just didn't want to wear out the welcome. So it is important to have a very good support system. Please don't let anybody try to sell you any kind of negativity during that journey. Oh, my uncle died while they were doing chemo. Chemo's gonna kill you. You don't need that. You don't need that, and you don't want to be surrounded by that. What else? Oral hygiene is a difficult topic during chemo, only because like I had to switch toothpaste. So I use Gelcam, GEL-KAM. That's going to be your best friend. Also use alcohol-free mouthwash because you can't have that while you're doing chemo. Sorry, not sorry. Had to tell you, had to put that in there. But overall, my chemo went pretty quick. It seemed like it took forever, but when I looked at it, it was really fast because we started the end of January. We ended with like the middle of June. Throughout that, and I worked the whole time. Honestly and truly, had I been at my job longer, I probably would have taken FMLA. If you feel like you can work, by all means do it. But if you don't have the energy, you're not in the mood, you're not feeling good, take that time off work. They're not going to give you a raise for working through chemo. No tea, no shade to my job. I love them. But it's just a part of it. But if you're watching this video and you are nervous or worried about your process, you're going to get through it. Number one, you got to have a positive mindset. It's going to seem like it's taking forever, and it's only seeming that way because you're right in the thick of it. But if you want, take it easy on yourself. You don't have to walk 2-3 miles to survive chemo. If you get some sort of physical activity in, that's fine. If you want to cry, you can do that. Angry, you can do that. You can be in those feelings, but you cannot live in those feelings because it's not gonna get you through. Don't be so prideful that you can't ask people for help. If you got a friend, a sneaky link, situationship, a homegirl, a neighbor, whoever, feel free to ask them to assist you in any way, shape, or form, because this is a very difficult process and they need to be uplifting to you during this time. So I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your strength. You will get through this. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me, DM me, what have you. I'm going to respond. If I don't respond at the same time, just give me patience. But that's it. So next time we talk, we will be talking about my surgery. But I hope y'all have a good day.